G'day, everyone. This is a journey so far with Phil, who's one of the Confident Musician clients who's been with us over the last 4 or 5 months. I'm very grateful for him to come online and have a chat with me about what his experience has been like. And so, yeah, thanks, Phil, for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Alrighty, let's jump in. So, take us to before you sort of met me. What was the frustration or challenge you were having before you discovered the Confident Musician?
Well, I had many frustrations. I met you during the end of the COVID 2020.
Yep.
And my main frustration was around my both my career and relationship.
Yep.
And I've been a musician for a long time, and I wanted to. Both my two goals basically were to make recordings of my music and find better relationships.
And so as you were trying to like figure out how to navigate those things, what was it like trying to do those and solve those problems on your own?
Well, I was living in a place where in a with two roommates that didn't that weren't basically friends of mine. So and I wasn't working at all. And I had a band, but unfortunately we could not rehearse due to COVID.
Okay, yeah. And so obviously things changed after COVID and you obviously had space to do those things. But what was different or what changed after sort of starting to work with me?
So I started to get a little bit more confidence about trying new stuff. So I actually tried to overcome my fear of driving,
Hmm.
something that I was struggling to do before. And I actually was hired as a removalist, and now I can drive trucks and don't worry about the driving.
Okay, yeah, cool. And was that something I actually helped you with, or do you feel like you sort of figured that one out on your own, or was it something that we sort of talked about and discussed about your fear that helped you along that journey?
It was the fact of talking about my behavior in general, uh, in every aspect of my life, that helped me to go forward in pursuing whatever I was afraid of.
Yeah, cool, nice one. So, can you take us to a moment when you realized your sessions with me were actually working to solve some of your challenges?
So that was one of them,
Yep.
the driving part. The other was the trying to get out of the feelings I had for my ex partner and get into the new relationship which I now have.
Cool, awesome. And so, what's life like now that you're starting to, do some recordings with your band? You've learned to have some harder conversations and figure out where everyone's going, and you've got a much more inspiring relationship. How do you feel now that you've got some better skills and you're tackling some inspiring challenges?
Well, I feel a lot more confident, specifically in the band, because we just recorded our first song in a really good studio. So we are about to promote it soon, and we've been back on track to play as much as we can. So that's been a really big advancement on that side. And we actually had a band meeting, something that we never had before. We used to only go to rehearsals and then just speak through WhatsApp, but now we had actually a couple of band meetings where we speak about what is going on and what everyone wants. So we make sure that everyone is getting their needs met.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's really cool. And just a little plug, shameless plug in there. Where can people find your music if they're listening to this on Spotify or YouTube or whatever?
Well, at the moment, the band is called Catch I, which is the other four members are Chilean, and I'm the only one that is not. And that was one of the reasons in the meeting that we are changing our name. So to make sure that way we all get our needs met.
Cool.
We're gonna change soon. So for now, it's they can find us on Facebook or Spotify as Sketchai, but
Subject to change.
the subject is change absolutely, as the songs is not me on the recording.
Okay, yeah, awesome. And so, have you got anything else that you'd like to add that's been useful or valuable that you'd like to share with anyone who might be in a similar position to you? Anything else to add?
Yeah, I would definitely recommend coaching sessions. Specifically, if you're a musician, I would recommend you because you understand more the side of struggling artists that a normal life coach might not.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, so and just the fact of speaking and being vulnerable about what's bothering you, just the fact of speaking makes things a lot better.
Yeah, awesome. I think that's a huge one for everyone. So I'm glad you said that. Thanks. And just you kind of covered it anyway. But what advice would you give someone else that's sort of seeking a mentor or a coach?
Oh yeah, so I would definitely tell them to not be afraid to speak of the things that you don't want to talk about.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty true, isn't it? Thanks so much, Phil, for coming on and having a chat about your experience as part of the Confident Musician program. I've actually loved and enjoyed tackling some of the inspiring challenges we've talked about over the last, I think it's 4 or 5 months now. And yeah, thanks for being vulnerable enough and tough enough and confident enough to come on and speak about your journey and share with everyone else. So thanks so much for being part of the Confident Musician program, and all the best with your music.
No worries. Thanks for having me, Brett.
My pleasure. Bye-bye.
Bye.